Hey y'all, it's Kathy Joe. How are you? I have missed you all so much. I had pneumonia. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. Anyway, I've just really felt bad. But I appreciate you all so much, and I love you all from the bottom of my heart because you stuck around, you hung in there, you stayed there with me, and that means the world to me. That's why I love y'all. And y'all are beautiful. Beautiful inside and out. I just want to read y'all a little something that I got from a wonderful subscriber. I won't read the letter because she sent a letter and a card, but I'm gonna tell you what, this absolutely just made, I don't know, it just made me it made me smile. And it's from Stephanie and her daughter Addison. And the letter was amazing, but this card, you guys, I know you're tired of, you just want me to talk, and that's normally what I do, but it made me laugh, and I talked about it for days. It was a Christmas card. I didn't get it till after Christmas, but Stephanie, I want you to know that I love it. I absolutely love it, but y'all need to hear this, okay? You keep us merry, you keep us bright, we watch your videos every Wednesday night. You keep us laughing while doing your crafts, you keep us watching while having a blast. Kathy Joe is the star of the show, yeah. And we have something to say. Let's get on with the video. And have a happy holiday. Isn't that the best? I make up little rhymes like this all the time, being silly. And I make up songs and rhymes around the house all the time, goofing off. My husband thinks it's hilarious. But anyway, I had to read y'all that. Stephanie, I hope it's okay. Hi, Addison. Anyway, again, she's only 3. And I just thought that was the best. And great job with the rhyme, Steph. Anyway, so today I have 4, I think, I don't know, 4, it's kind of rustic farmhouse, wintery DIYs, cause some of y'all ask for that, so that's what I try to bring. I try to bring what y'all want. Y'all let me know what you want, and I try to do it. I know this must drive y'all crazy, because it does me. Anyway, so, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If YouTube suggested you, hey, stick around, stay a while, you might enjoy. Never know. Anyway, so, so glad to be feeling better. So glad to be back. And so sorry I was going so long, y'all. Trust me, I didn't plan it. It wasn't a vacation. Anyway, so, I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Again, thank you so much for sticking by me. And I just have one thing to say. Let's get on with the video. Okay, y'all, so right here I got me one of those styrofoam wreath forms from the Dollar Tree, and 3 of those dust mop heads. I'm trying to figure out how to wrap it around the little wreath form in a good way to make it look good. So, yeah, that way didn't work. And this is going to be a little bit long, and maybe I should have cut some of it out, but I'm trying to show y'all how to do it because... well, because you'll know. That's the only reason, duh. Anyway, so, yeah, so just, okay, now this first one I did, I was just like, oh, anyway, trying to figure out how to get it to stay on there, and then I'm just gluing it anywhere I can and trying to stick it all together, but then I end up finding a better way. So the second one I do, you'll see, is a lot better. And, yeah, not such a mess. Because, see? So, I don't know. I kind of like doing tutorials on how not to do it. And then how to do it right, I guess. Because I don't create these things and then recreate them on video. That would be a giant waste. But, I'm making them and kind of learning this as I'm showing you all how to do it. Because, I mean, I'm just flying by the seat of my pants sometimes. You know, I get an idea and I do it. So, well, I fly by the seat of my pants most of the time. So, I end up, and you need a lot of hot glue. A lot of hot glue. Anyway, so now, the way I do this one, it makes much more sense. Yeah, the first time I was just, I don't know. So, yeah. Now you see, just lay it down there and then glue that and then pinch it together. It was so much easier than trying to glue both sides, this and that, and everywhere and other thing. And it was just, see? And then you just wrap it around and you just close it up right there where you slapped all that glue in together. And it was so much easier. Yeah. So if you do it like that. See, the first time it looked like I was wrestling it for 15 minutes. Y'all's probably like, I wish she hadn't showed all this. But I wanted y'all, because if I just did the first piece and then skipped on to the end piece, y'all wouldn't have known it was easier another way. Or I guess I could have just showed the second piece and then the last piece. Yeah, that would have made a lot of sense. But I didn't. So here it is. See, and I'm trying to figure out how to get that third piece on there. It don't take 3 entire pieces. But, and see if you have any, like, little openings. Like, where the fuzz is, like, there's a hole in the fuzz. Just throw some glue on it and pinch it up. Because, trust me, that fuzz will cover it up. Because that fuzz goes and is everywhere. Now, with the third one, I'm like, I just don't know. Let me get it started and see what I could do. So, I started gluing it, and then I just wanted to fit it, like, make sure I got it all the way to the end of one, and then get it all the way to the end of the other. So, of course, you're going to have to cut a good bit off. And I can't tell you how much, because it's round, it's a bit more difficult. So, yeah, just even it up, see what you got there. And there you go, glue it. And I think this is so cute when it's finished. Oh, it's just adorable. I absolutely love it. Now it just looks like a big old, I don't know, donut with some crazy icing on it. Anyway, so you fluff it all out, make it all pretty, and get all those loose strands and cut them off. And it is still holding up. It's tough. Trust me, I made that thing, I don't know, 2 weeks ago. But I just couldn't do anything else. So I got me 2 of those little owls from the Dollar Tree. And they're just adorable. And I just picked all that plunder and nonsensical stuff off of it. Except the little acorns on its head. I thought they was cute. Not acorns, I say it every time. Pine cones. Anyway, I love owls. I think they're so pretty. And them white owls. So I just glue that in there, and it sticks really good because everything holds on that fuzz. And those are called willow. Now, it looks like branches with ice on it. I thought those was really pretty. Those are kind of rustic. Those are farmhousey. Anyway, and aww. So, I cut I cut it up. I didn't leave it in one whole piece. And, I just like, let me figure out how do I want this? Where do I want it to go? So, anyway, like that. So, I got me some jute twine, and I just tied that all up together. And I ended up going out frame here, but what I do is just tie a knot, and then I wrap the jute around, wrap it all the way around real tight. And then when I come to the end, just tie that back together again in a double knot. And make it good and tight. And you're not going to have to worry about those sticks sticking out the end there. Because the other little owls are going to sit on it. Plus that jute twine sticks that fuzz real good too. See? We're going to sit him right down there by his woman. Now I think that one's the girl. See her eyes? See, he's got big old eyes. Anyway, I'm going to glue some pine cones. I ended up gluing 3 pine cones on it. I did say pine cones, right? Not acorns. I don't know why I always do that. Anyway, this is a long video, guys, so just sit back and relax. If you make it through it, please make it through it, all the way through it. So, I got that ribbon there from the Dollar Tree, and that lace with the burlap, and I'm just gonna make a hanger out of it. See, that one went wonky on me too, like that one did from the Family Dollar. It started coming unraveled from both ends. I don't know if that's ever happened to y'all, but It's happening to me more than I'd like for it to. And then you get confused. So I just folded the ends down on each side, and I put my finger protectors on because I burned a pretty bad blister on myself. Bad blister. Anyway, and I made a bow for it, but you all tell me what you think. So I just patted that down there after I folded them and stuck it together. And all you gotta do is wrap that around and put it behind it, and nobody's gonna see it. Like that. See? There you go. Isn't that adorable? Now see, do you think it'd be better with the bow or without the bow? I didn't put the bow on it. I kind of thought it looked too busy. But y'all tell me what you think. Isn't that adorable? Isn't that just so cute and snowy and wintry? Aw, isn't that cute? Aw, look at his little nose or beak. Yeah. Alright, DIY number 2. So I got me 2 of the Hurricane Vases from the Dollar Tree. A tall one and a short one and some Epsom salt, but that is backwards. And yeah, so I don't know how I managed to do that. So how would that even read? Y'all probably quicker than I am. Let me see, I got it right here. So it's Mose P. T-L-A-S. I don't know how you'd say that unless the T was silent. Okay, so I got me some Mod Podge. Now, I learned a lesson by making a mistake on the first one. Again, try to make your Mod Podge even, because I didn't realize I was putting it thicker in some spots and then thinner, heavier than thinner, you know. So it does make a difference, but I was able to turn the ugly to the back and you not even see it. But you'll see where it's at. Now see right there how I went really heavy? Yeah, it makes a big difference on how that salt sticks to your vase, your glass. And, you know, the wetter it is, the Epsom salt will dissolve because, I mean, it's salt. Yeah. So, see? Oh, you see? Yeah. And then there was a whole crack I missed. So then I put big blobs of it down through there. And, yeah, that wasn't so great. But I was able to hide it. See? Y'all see? Yeah. I'm trying to fill that in to try to balance it out some. But that's okay. Yeah, it turned out really pretty. I really liked it. So on the second one, I just put the Mod Podge on. I put it more evenly and try to put it on all at once and then roll it in the Epsom salt. It's better to do it that way. So I got 2 of those little candle holders from Dollar Tree. I'm just going to repurpose those. They were painted brown, so I'm just going to put white chalk paint on both of them. And I only gave it 1 coat because it was already painted with chalk paint. So I knew it was going to stick pretty good. Sometimes those things are hard to paint. Sometimes I see people painting them. I'm like, man, that looks good. And they did that so easy. And I've messed a few of them up. That's all right. I'm not perfect. Nobody's perfect. None of us are perfect. Yeah. There's only one perfect person ever walked this earth, and that was Jesus. Job was close. But anyway, so I got that Loctite spray, and I'm putting it on there to prevent my salt from falling off. But while it was wet, I thought I'd sprinkle more of that Epsom salt in some of those places that I missed on that first one. See that line? Yeah, I never did get that right. So that goes to the back. But anyway, it worked really well. Now, I've heard people tell that hairspray works and will hold it on there. So y'all might want to try that if you don't have any of that sticky spray stuff, you know. So, I got my little candle holders. I don't know what you'd call them. Let me see if it says on the thing. It says candle holders. So there you go. And I got me some sandpaper. And I'm just going to distress them. And I doubled up jute twine. I cut me a big piece off and folded it in half. and cut it. And I'm just wrapping it around there. No rhyme or reason. I didn't want it like straight, perfect straight. You know, just, I don't know. Just random. And I tie a knot in it, and then I tie a bow on it. On them. Apparently not yet, but I do tie a bow on it. And I'm just going to take hot glue and glue my vase to the top of it. And I got those little white snowflakes there from the Dollar Tree. First I was going to use those wood ones, but they were just way too big. And those are like, they got like some, it's not glitter, but something on the front of them that kind of reminds me of the Epsom salt. It may be glitter, I don't know. And I glued one on each one of them. Oh, lousy days. I glued it right under my little bow. See, I like how that's all like curly cueing and stuff like that. That jute twine. Excuse me, I was getting a drink. And I take those little sticks you get at the Dollar Tree, the longer ones, not the short little stump ones, but the longer ones, and I put it in each of them, and about halfway full on both of them, and I add some fairy lights, and some of that willow, and some of that fern, that fern that looks like it's got snow all over it. And I think these are really pretty. Those lights look blue for some reason. They're not, they're white, but they look blue. And I think these came out so pretty. I really like them a lot. I like them a lot. I don't know why. Anyway, you'll see them here in a minute. There they are. Oh, isn't that pretty? I like that the logs are in the bottom of it. I should have stuck the lights down further. Like, put some of the light strand in and then the logs. But I still think they're very pretty. The way they are. Very wintry. Got my little church there lit up in between them. And my reindeer I made. Y'all remember him? Oh, it was a her. I put a little bow in her head. Well, I don't know why. Okay, now here is the fun thing. Those are tumbling tower blocks, and they are the plain ones. Now, oh goodness, this was crazy, y'all. I took 8 rows of 15, and then down the side of them, I put 5. So I'll try to explain it the best I can. I cut a lot of it out because it took a minute. You really need to stick with wood glue when you did it. I started with wood glue, and then I'm like, I'm never going to get this done. This video is never going to get done. So, about 3/4 of the way in, I started using hot glue. But anyway, so you see those 5 down the side? You'll see me pull them off here in a minute. I put them down each side. Oh, I'm sorry. I switched the block out there. But it was good and pretty even. And then when I used the hot glue, I kind of messed up there. But anyway, so I glue those 5 together. And I got my yardstick there to try to keep them as even as possible. And I'm just painting that wood glue on. I'm dipping that paintbrush in that wood glue and just gluing that on like that. Yep. And then I end up gluing them all together in 3s, except the very end row. Oh, I'm trying to explain this good. So where I did the ends and they were straight, I glued the first set of those all in the same direction. And then I end up switching it out and doing 3 going one direction and 3 going the other direction. I hope I'm explaining that. Can y'all see what I'm talking about? That was one I ended up using on the end. I know. I'm confusing a little bit. But can you see how... Anyway, then I took a stream of hot glue down the side and glued that together. I pushed it as tight as I could and kept that yardstick there, try to keep it even as I could. And then, I'm really trying to explain. There, can you see the pattern there? I know if it's on the TV, you can see it better. So, there it is. You know, that'd be really nice to make signs with, too. You put that together. I end up using 120 120 tumbling tower blocks. So, I took the end pieces I made, those 5 straight ones, and I glued them to the end of it up on its side. Oh, I'm trying to explain this. I hope y'all can see what I'm doing and see what I mean. So then I took more tumbling tower blocks and went down the other side to make, oh my goodness. Okay, see how I'm doing that there? But I got it laying flat, and then I put those down flat. So, oh my goodness. I am so sorry. Trying to explain this. I sound like a crazy person. You see what I'm doing there? I sure hope so. But down here on this end, you see that gap? Okay, then you flip it upside down. And then in those corners, where those corners are, I took hot glue and another tumbling tower block, and I'm making it little legs. Because there it's upside down. But can you see the pattern, what I'm talking about? Them all going one way, then the other. Anyway, those little legs fit in there almost perfect. If I hadn't got it crooked, it probably would have done better. Okay, there it is. Isn't that pretty? Maybe I shouldn't have painted it, but I did. And then I took those little cubes, and just to stabilize it in the middle, I glued them across the bottom in the middle, because you can't put a tumbling tower block, it'll be too high unless you want to cut it down. But 2 of those little cubes glued on there fit perfect, and it set even. Look at that. Yep. And it's sturdy. Now, it's really pretty plain. Now, my living room is gray. Can you believe that? Somebody's got a gray living room. So I wanted it to match my living room. But now that I'm looking at it, oh, it's pretty that way. Anyway, so I took elephant chalk paint, and I painted the entire thing. I mean, everywhere. And see, if you use wood glue, you won't have to worry about those little glue strings. It was still a little bit wet there, but I took my Waverly white chalk paint, and I'm going to distress it. More than distress it, I mean, I go heavy, but I like it. And y'all don't have to do these colors. You can do whatever, you have, whatever color you want. Leave it plain. It's beautiful plain. Stain it. Use some of that Waverly Antique Wax on it. That'd be pretty also. Yeah. But this just matches my living room. Now, look better there. I ended up going too heavy because I made a mistake, so then I had to fix it. But I still like it. I still think it's pretty. I could have sanded it down some, but I didn't. But here it is, all done. Isn't it adorable? It's just and it's a decent size, too. I should have measured the size of it to tell y'all. But, yeah, in total, I used 120 of the tumbling tower blocks and 6 of the little cubes. So here I got 2 of those snowflakes, and mine were both warped. They were bent. And I'm painting them in Waverly white chalk paint. Hey, y'all should really check out those paintbrushes at Walmart. Now, when you go, well, don't have to be, but it is the blue ones. If you use a lot of chalk paint, it is for thick paint. And I'm going to tell you what, those are good brushes. That paint goes on really smooth, and I don't know, they clean really easy, but they are the best brushes other than my Waverly little paint brushes that I've ever used with chalk paint. Seriously, no joke. And they're only like $5.97 for a pack of them. You get different sizes in them. Yeah, so I paint both of my snowflakes white, and I don't know why I showed you me doing the whole thing. It actually looks like I'm going really slow here. And then I take antique wax. I know y'all was like, I never saw a brown snowflake. But anyway, and distressed. This is really pretty too. I just loved everything, y'all. I just thought everything was so adorable and very, very wintry and very rustic. Yeah. I forgot to fill in my hole because I always fill my holes. I went back later and did that. So I got that burlap. Now I got that at Walmart, and I've had that about a year, y'all. And it's still going, and it's not very expensive. It might be about $5 for the roll of it, but I got that little snowflake there from the Dollar General, and it says "Let It Snow." I did take my paint marker and I did it off camera, and I wrote over the "Let It Snow," like just took it over the words so you could see it better. And I clipped that little end off with my wire cutters. So I just cut that down to the size of the snowflake. And then I decided to round the corners of it. I thought it looked better than laying there square. Shh, Abby. I'm sorry, my dog's carrying on. There's always some kind of noise going on in the background when I'm trying to do this. See, I just thought that looked better. Yeah, and put my little snowflake on my burlap and then on my snowflake. I put on my finger protectors again, y'all. I ordered those last year, and it said you got so many, and I don't know. I think I ended up with 50 of those things, all different sizes. It's insane, all different colors. So I just glued around the edge of it, and I'm sorry, my dog is saying, Mom, she wants out of the room now after I told her she couldn't come down here because she carries on awful. And she just had to be down here. I know, she's not a person, but Mom, you hear her? Anyway, Mom. So I just glued my little hot glue, my little snowflake down there, and it's staying too. It's still stuck. I think that burlap, it helped it, yeah, stay on there pretty good. Y'all could use any snowflake. Now, I should have made these skis I'm about to put on, and I didn't, but I should have. I took jute twine and doubled it up, and I made a little bow to put on top of my snowflake where there's a little tiny piece there you can barely see, where I cut off the hook to it. And I would have probably added it even if it hadn't been. So those skis were at my Goodwill. They had some stuff up the front that was brand new. I paid $1.29 for them. Now you can take some popsicle sticks and skewers, and you can make it. Now, I wanted to take anything Christmassy looking off of it, but that stuff wasn't coming off. So, I cut off the berries and anything red that looked in. I chopped it down the best I could. And see, they're just like little brown and white. They're plastic, and they got burlap wrapped around the ends of them. I am so sorry about my dog. Oh, good heavens. But I can't do this again. So, I figured out how I wanted it, and I just glued my snowflakes together there. See where I got that hole open? I just thought I'd drill a hole on the other side, but I couldn't find my drill because I believe my husband has it, like he don't have his own drill. But anyway, so I had to fill that in later and cover it up. And I put my little skis down there with the little ski poles, and I think that's cute. And my little snowflake that says "Let It Snow." See, I was trying to figure out what I was going to do there. So, I just took it to the back. I tied a knot in a piece of jute twine. And I hot glue it down. And I put some masking tape on it. And that's how... I had to make sure the hanger's in the right spot. Remember when I put the hanger upside down in the sun a couple videos ago. Yeah, didn't want to do that again. Shh. Be still. There it is. Isn't that pretty? I like it. I think, see how I took that black paint marker? Abby Lynn. Shh. And went over the words. And here it is all together. Shh. Abby. Oh, isn't that nice? I hope y'all stuck around to the end. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. I appreciate y'all so very much. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Look at my little tray. It don't kind of go with the colors that I made, but it matches my living room. I got that little bless for $3 at Dollar General last year. Anyway, shh. Anyway, again, shh. Be still. I hope y'all enjoy it. I'm gonna knock you out. Be quiet. And I'll be seeing you all shortly. Y'all stay safe, stay beautiful, and be blessed. And I love y'all.